Well, we are seeking sunshine with a man who has been living in a tent under a highway for the past 25 years until now. It all started when a young man by the name of Armando Parish was 16, and he and his mom, Gina, started bringing food to Lorenzo, who you see here. And it was food that sparked a very special friendship. While so many of us just disregard the homeless, Armando actually wanted to help, and that he did. Not only would this tenacious teen help Lorenzo here, but an idea he had would also help a world of others. Armando created a nonprofit that not only raises money for those experiencing homelessness, but it also raises hopes by providing them with IT training, mentoring, and job placement services. It's called Project Lorenzo, and it's been life-changing for every person that's entered its doors. Just ask Lorenzo. The project's named after him. He just moved into his new apartment. Lorenzo Giles and Armando Parish join me now. So great to see you both. Lorenzo, how's that new apartment?
It's great.
I bet it is. I'm sure you do. Lorenzo, oh, yeah, it's such an honor to have you. This is such an inspiring story. And Lorenzo, if you don't mind, I'd like to go back 18 years or so, just for a moment, when Armando and his mom spent time getting to know you under that highway where you were living. What did you think about that these two people were coming to visit you, bring you food, have a conversation? How did that make you feel, and what did you think of them?
It made me feel real good, really good.
And it was life-changing for you. I know that you had been working in the restaurant business for a really long time until, unfortunately, you were attacked pretty brutally and you lost your job. What kept you going every day as you were living in that tent underneath that highway, Lorenzo? Why did you want to keep going?
The thing kept me going with the faith of God. But I made it.
Yes, you did. And Armando, how did Lorenzo soften your heart as you got to know him? And why did you want to help him? You were so young.
Well, I used to go to work with my mom all the time, and then just I see him every single day after we left work. It's a tragedy to see someone like that all the time whenever we're living in homes with water, food, everything that we take for granted, and then you see someone who doesn't have that. It's a tragedy, and then it makes you a bit frustrated that they don't have what you do, and you have to act. You have to be an agent of change.
So how did you convince Lorenzo to believe in you and what you had before him to help him, what you wanted to create? How did you get him to trust you?
Well, our first fundraiser, it was called a Run for Change. The shirts that we gave out to the runners, all of them had Lorenzo's face on it. And then I think whenever he saw that, he realized that we were the real deal, and we were really trying to help him and all the homeless. So I think that might have convinced him, seeing his face everywhere. But it was also just a gradual process after forming Project Lorenzo and showing him what we were really doing, and us really learning to trust each other and saying, yes, we're here for good. We're here to help.
Lorenzo, let me ask you, why did you trust Armando?
Well, he's a great guy, and he was my best friend also.
Oh, and what was it that Armando did, Lorenzo, when you realized, oh my gosh, I can get my life back together? What was it that happened? What was the turning point, Lorenzo?
The turning point was I no longer wanted to be on the streets, and I needed a place to live, a home of my own, and I trusted in him, but he did it.
And Armando, the most important thing is, as you know, and Lorenzo has mentioned this as well, as we look at these photos of his apartment and you and your mom and Lorenzo, that it is about maintaining work. How have you been able to provide training and job placement for men like Lorenzo and others?
Well, we're providing these certification courses through Google Support Professional, and then we're going in and we're teaching these courses And we're letting these people who we're teaching have the computers and they can work on it on their own. And then we're helping them find jobs afterwards. And it's a consistent process. We have our teachers back at home in Dallas going to the shelters and teaching them, specifically Julie Condi, our co-founder. And she does so much work, and she's a crucial part in it. And it's really consistent work teaching our neighbors these certification courses.
Well, it's pretty incredible to see how it's impacting people, especially you, Lorenzo. Thank you both so much. Thank you for your strength and for your love for each other, and just the example you're setting for so many other people that should never judge, ever. There should always be a second chance for everyone. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Armando.
And thank you all for...
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.